Hello, everybody. Just wanted to welcome everybody to another installment of the Philippine Mars. We are walking toward her right now. I do want to introduce Mr. Brian Gordon, the history chaser. He's also a member and a team member of Aircraft Expeditions. So, welcome. See, Mr. Brian Gordon actually chased the Philippine Mars down from the first vantage point from Lake Pleasant to Buckeye, pretty much. And, well, before he got to Buckeye. And he was saying, hey, it's on its way. So Brian, tell us a little bit about your experience with that.
Well, I got to sit up at that gas station just off the 74 there. Got to sit there for a few hours watching the road crews get ready and the sheriff's department and all them getting all prepped. And then getting to see her come across that night with a wide open area there. It's really kind of cool, like a lit up sailing ship from a long ways away.
Kind of looked like a pirate ship almost, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the way she was lit up. But coming from a trucking background, it was very interesting seeing how she was maneuvered and handled going through the urban areas and stuff. Even if I ended up getting in front of it at one point.
Yep, and you know, it's amazing how those wheels actually maneuvered around the corners and things like that over on a lot of these places that you never thought that would be able to go.
Well, that and the coordination between the ground crew and the light crew and all that to squeeze her through some of those areas was really, really impressive.
Absolutely, I can imagine, because when I chased her down from Sells to Tucson, I pretty much went in and I stayed right behind the convoy. I didn't want to get in front. The only time I got in front is when we were in Sells, and the support trucks passed me, and that's when I went forward, and I got a nice spot on the road, on the side of the road, where, of course, Alfonso, the driver, actually honked his horn at me.
Nice.
Kind of cool.
Now, I ended up in front of it unintentionally because I was trying to break off to go home and ended up literally having it come straight at me on my street.
Right.
So that was a lot of fun.
So guys, here we have the Philippine Mars again. Looks like they haven't done really much anything to it. Same thing as last week. I guess they might be doing some interior work on it before they put the flaps and ailerons and pontoons on it. So it's for display. I don't know exactly what's going on with it, but they're still letting people around. I was told that the last weekend would be the only, or the last night ops would be the only opportunity to see it before it went on display, but I guess not. So, you know, here it is.
It does look really sleek without its pontoons. I'll give it that.
Yeah, it does.
You know, I never noticed before how the beaching gear has the green and red navigation stripes on it, just like a boat would have for its port and starboard lights.
Yeah, and I noticed something too. I took pictures of this last night ops, and it actually had you could see the old paint job from when Colson painted it red and white.
Oh, in some places, I'm sure.
Yeah, right on the back of the tail, you could see it.
I know you can still see the red triangles in flight where the beaching gear was covered.
Oh yeah. It's amazing aircraft. I'm telling you. Surprising that this thing could get off the water the way it did.
Well, explains also too, though, gives you an idea what it was like when the Hughes got his bird up in the air.
Oh yeah, it's heavier than air, I guess. So yeah, but so like I said, Brian Gordon is the curator of the History Chaser YouTube channel. Like I said, he's also a team member of Aircraft Expeditions, and he's helped out a lot with things related to Philippine Mars, and I just want to thank him for what he's done.
You're welcome, bud.
For us. Appreciate it. So we're going to walk up to the beaching gear just to see how massive these beaching gears are. It's amazing. I remember when you and I were up at of Lake Pleasant, we saw them tow the things out there to the aircraft to attach them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. It's pretty interesting. So yeah, here's the beach here, guys. As you can see, there's some of the old paint right there, guys. Some of the old paint. It's amazing. So you can actually see some of the old paint right there as well. It's amazing how they kept a lot of this. All right, we got a nice shot of underneath the hull right here, underneath the waterline area. That's crazy. Just the curvature of it is fun. It's pretty awesome. But oh look, somebody put some gum right there. Yeah, the beaching gear. That looks. And by the way, guys, it looks like they put the cowlings on because the last time we were here, the cowlings were off and they were still reattaching everything. So it looks to me like they are doing some work. Yes, Barb, it is windy here. My lav mics are trying to drown it out. Barb Ramsey, she's from Sproat Lake. I've got the chat right here, so if we have a question or anything like that, we can respond to it. But there he goes, standing right underneath the Philippine Mars, guys. Amazing. Okay, so here is the beaching gear, guys.
Starboard side one.
Starboard side. And the funny thing is this thing smells old. You can tell.
Oh yeah.
Now what we'll do is we'll go around here. We'll check her out and so on. Now that white piece that's up there on the tail, I'll just zoom in on it, guys. You've got that's where some of the paint was, the original paint, and right there where the horizontal stabilizer meets the fuselage, you'll see some of the old paint. So I've got photos if anybody wants to check it out. All right, so we're gonna go around the other side. I know it's gonna be warmer over there. Like I said, it is very windy here right now, guys. I don't know if you guys probably can hear all of it, but there's the port side beaching gear. Amazing aircraft. Now, one thing I do want to show everybody is the water line. The water line, you can see
This is where the water line is, bud.
Yeah, there it is.
You can see the discolorization.
Yep. Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah.
You can see where it changed over time depending on how loaded she was.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. You're a better commentator than I am. But there's the water line, guys. That's they hopefully they don't paint over it, because that would be a travesty.
Unfortunately, I think the power wash it, that alone will.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I don't know. See here? You see where people's fingerprints have already wiped it away.
Yeah.
Well, that's little kid fingers.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. Somebody shared the plane with the next generation.
That's right.
There's the loading rack, the old trolley rack for the old harness when she was in the Navy service.
Yep, there it is. Look at that. And as you guys can see, they've put the cowlings on. There's an up-close shot of it. They haven't done a lot of work with the ailerons and they put some of the flaps on, it looks like. Yeah. Looks like they put some of the linkages on, things like that. So it's there.
It's in place. It's just not connected.
Yeah, exactly. Now, what you're looking at over here, guys, this is what needs to be done. They got the little forklift, or what do they call that thing?
I always called them cherry pickers.
Yeah, cherry picker. They got the cherry pickers over there. They got all the parts and pieces. As you can see, the pontoons are there. Not sure if the pontoons, you can't see this. I don't know if we can see the supports of the pontoons over here or not. But
I think that's what those are laying next to it.
yeah, I believe so. But we'll take a walk over there since they're letting us in here. We'll take a walk over and on the wild side.
I don't exactly see Pima sending in the SWAT to stop you. If they did, I don't know you.
Right, exactly. I know nothing. But yeah, this is all the rest of the pieces of the Philippine Mars, guys. Flaps, ailerons.
Yeah, I think those stacked items there and there are for the pontoons.
Yeah, there you go. We're I'm documenting this with friends and colleagues here, so that we can see how she's coming back together, guys. I mean, this is once in a lifetime thing.
Look at the top of the wings. You can see where the ones that she got from her sister still have red on them, but the ones that were painted for her when she was all together are blue.
Yep. I see that.
Be interested to see if they touch that up or leave that as a little Easter egg.
It's probably going to be a little Easter egg. I wouldn't doubt it. But just to think, guys, that I actually got to tour inside of the Philippine Mars. I was actually inside the tail, and there's a staircase inside the tail. Well, it goes straight up. And what it is that I hit my head on the back like an idiot, like a dummy. Rob was telling me, hey, watch your head. Boom! I hit my head right then and there.
That's what happens.
Crazy. But you see a lot of people coming in, things like that. You've got, it looks pretty good so far. It really does. I mean, better than seeing her without wings. Mm-hmm. Honestly.
She looks a little smaller here because she's out in the open, but once they get her back in there.
Oh, yeah. Well, the question is, and a lot of people are wondering, probably, Rob is an amazing man. He is. He's an awesome gentleman. He's a gentleman and a scholar. He knows it. I think he's, Rob, if you're watching, guess what? We got to give you shout outs because of the group. And we got to give you shout outs because you made my visit up to Lake Pleasant so wonderful. That was awesome. Rob gave me a tour of the entire plane. I got to sit in the cockpit. I got to sit in the opening and the nose. I mean, I got to pretty much do anything on the Mars. And I mean, I went. Funny. There's a funny thing that's little funny thing I want to share with everybody is when I hit my head on the back of the tail, to go up into the tail, I dropped my camera. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope my camera's not broken. And I also dropped my phone. I dropped everything. I smashed my phone's screen. But that's okay. It was all worth it. I got photos and pictures of everything, and it happens. It was all for taking one for the team, as they call it, right? Right, Brian?
That's it.
Yep. So there's, with all the glimmer of the sun, I apologize. I'm going to walk over here just a little bit so you guys can see the pieces. It's crazy. It's amazing how big these pieces are, Brian. It really is.
Well, that, and you got to remember, this was all designed with guys with cigarettes and a calculator and a pencil in a room.
And cigars in their mouth, too, just like the space program, exactly.
No computers, no CAD.
No CAD, no nothing. I think those are the manifolds right there that we're looking at.
That would be my guess.
Yeah. Manifolds for one of the engines, I guess, maybe.
I wonder if they got, the tow bar's over there. Okay.
Yeah, the Mars bar?
Yep. I saw the brown pipe here and I wasn't sure.
Yeah, they didn't actually bring the Mars bar down. That doesn't look like it. So yeah, so we got the other entity over there actually looking at trying to look all sharp, so that's okay.
This is interesting. Besides something build a nest in there.
Oh, let's look at that.
You can see where.
Oh yeah.
You can see the military, the factory color.
Yeah.
And then at some point it's fire tanker colors.
Yep. Fire tanker colors versus military colors. That's an interesting observation. Very interesting observation. I never realized that because I haven't been out this far. Honestly, I just kind of kept it to where don't want to get in trouble.
But we're not touching anything.
No. But there you go, guys. It's the Philippine Mars. The Philippine Mars is going to be it'll be back on the ground. See, a lot of you, I've been reading a lot of the comments when I announced the live stream, and I want to address that. Okay, guys, it's time for the Philippine Mars to rest. She gave a lot of service to the
to the world, honestly.
To the world, basically, and to a lot of fires and everything like that. This aircraft needs to rest now. We have more modern aircraft out there, such as the C-130s and the 737s and the DH-7s. I mean, yeah, she needs to rest. Because honestly, we don't want to happen what happened prior with fatigue on an aircraft, because I've seen fire bombers actually go down because of fatigue.
Oh, like that privateer?
Yeah, with privateer and the C-130.
Yeah, folded up in flight.
Yep, folded right up in flight. Exactly. So, yeah.
And the thing is, too, let's be honest, folks. The same people that are arguing that she needs to be in service will be the first ones to argue she should have been retired if she crashed in service.
Yep. And I have to agree with that. Honestly, I mean, it's a good little commentary on some of the comments I've been seeing, because I personally, I mean, I realize that a lot of people want to enjoy the Philippine Mars and the Hawaii Mars, things like that, but it's time to let it rest and let other people enjoy it. I mean, you've got British Columbia's got one, Canada's got one. And United States has got one now. So on 2 continents. I mean, we're supposed to be friends and we share things pretty much, and that's exactly what's going on here. I mean, Pima Air Museum has done a hell of a job getting her down here. Southwest Industrial Rigging did a hell of a job doing what she's doing. I will mention the other entity, Boneyard Safari, did a heck of a job covering it from there to here. I'm going to let bygones be bygones, and that's one of the reasons why I call them the other entity, because of what there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that have transpired to get this aircraft here, and all three organizations work together in order to get this plane here, and to cover it, to actually do what they were supposed to do to get it here. And the amazing people that actually brought this plane here. I mean, we're all in this together, guys. We're all in this together. Does Philippine Mars speak Tagalog? You know, we could always make it speak Tagalog, can't we?
I hope not.
Somebody commented in the comments, does it speak Tagalog? That's funny. That's real funny. I wonder who that was. Oh, it was just not good. He's a regular. He's a regular to my live streams. Just not good. You're a bad boy, I tell you.
Well, let's be honest. The most dangerous thing about getting it down the road here was Arizona drivers.
Oh, I know. Tell me about it. And you saw that firsthand. You almost somebody almost hit the thing.
Yeah.
You know, and the police had to actually stop them and I think give them a ticket. You said something, didn't you?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Cops around it,
right? Guys, when you had to experience the when the move down here, because a lot of you see it on camera and see videos of it, but to experience it with the lights on it, it looks like a beached whale or a pirate ship coming down the road, and you're like, what the heck is that? You know, and all of a sudden, poof, there it is, you know. As the old song says, boom, there it is, you know.
Well, let's be honest, I would expect a Navy World War II giant transporters rumbling through Phoenix, Arizona in the middle of the night.
Right.
You know, it sounds like you're just making it up.
Yep. And of course, this is televised as much, you know. Definitely, I agree with that. Coulson is doing a great thing for, aerial firefighting, and they're really focusing on life, property, and lives. You know, it's interesting.
Well, and without their dedication to this aircraft and her sister, they could have very easily taken the easy path and the sail fell apart and things like that,
And just scrapped it.
yeah. You know, it happens every day.
You know, as they say, right over this way we have the Kuiper Observatory cockpit, and I didn't want to see that happen to this girl. Because
There's those California fire cobras too over there.
oh yeah, we got to see that. We're gonna have to walk over there and check it out. I don't know if we can, but were you able to do it when you were here last?
I only heard about it, but it looks like we can see it from the fence right there.
Yeah, but there's one glare over there.
True. We'll figure it out, folks.
Yeah, we'll figure it out somehow. So as you can see, both sides are open. They normally don't have both sides open, but I guess it's too hot and they're trying to air it out. Normally they've got a yellow hose coming from the aircraft.
I don't see the portable AC anywhere, which means they're almost done.
Yeah, portable AC.
Those things ain't cheap to rent.
No, they're not.
There's a good view of the mounting brackets for the pontoon supports.
Let's take a look. As my distinguished colleague over here has said, they're the support areas for the pontoons.
Now, what is interesting is that the wings are painted, and you think that those would have been just left white when they were doing the repaint.
Right.
It's kind of interesting.
They took everything down and took everything apart.
Because the only pictures I've seen that they're still attached in the middle of the paint job.
Yep.
So that is cool.
Most definitely.
But again, though, it shows their attention to detail when they were doing the job.
Absolutely.
They could have just left it, and Navy wouldn't have done anything.
Yeah, the Navy. You know, honestly, it's not really that a lot of people coming in here today. I don't know. That's interesting.
Yeah. It's also kind of a week. You know, next week's the big holiday weekend for everybody too.
Oh yeah, everybody's probably off and doing their thing, but I'll still be here. I'll still be coming. What a beautiful lady, I tell you. And oddly, I was the first to coin this plane, the lady.
Sure somebody wasn't talking to you?
This guy's got jokes over here, I'm telling you. You know what? I'm going to put your butt on camera. Say hi to the camera.
Really?
Yeah,
Whatever.
really. There. But, yeah. We're just having fun doing this. So that looks like they haven't haven't finished them, so.
No, but I'd say overall she's about 78% complete.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a much better place. All right, guys. Every time I'm here, I've got to show you guys the trains going by. That's how close they are to the rail line. I mean, we could have railed it in, but that would have been a very expensive task.
Yeah, and that's still not reliable.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, you can see where some of the rivets are still extended.
Yep.
Top there.
Yep. Exactly. Like I said, they've already put some of the cowling stuff on, or most of it on. You only have to put the wing root trim back on, it looks like.
Yep.
I think that's the only thing left they got to do. And I believe it's over there. Let me zoom in on it so you guys can see it. Right there. Right there or around there somewhere. So, that is a Charlie Tango going by. That is a Charlie Tango going by. They're talking about the train engine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is a Charlie Tango going by. Yep.
If it follows true to form, we should see another one here in the middle here anytime.
Yep, exactly. You guys are looking, we're going to check out, this should be one of those 2-mile long trains that they break up in Santa Teresa or Yuma or something like that. Or California, I forget it's in California.
Saw one of these coming out of San. Oh, surprisingly not.
Oh no, huh? That's
a surprise.
That's the end of it. That's the end of it. Look at that. That's a surprise. Normally you see the big ones coming around. Pretty awesome sauce.
It does say Mars bars on it.
Does it really? Oh, that's what we got to show everybody. You got to show everybody the Mars bar. Okay, so see guys, there's the trim that I was looking at. Okay, here we go. Mars bar. If you guys ever think of a candy bar called the Mars bar, this is kind of what a running joke, I guess. All right, so here's the aft tail wheel reaching gear. There you go. And of course, the Mars bar.
My friends arrived an hour ago, and I just now got their text message.
Oh my gosh. They're supposed to be coming in, huh?
Yeah, they're here. That's just. So where are you at? We're by the planes. Really? We're at Pima.
All right, so there we go. We got the entrance to the Philippine Mars. When I walked in, when I was able to tour the plane, I went through that door right there, and there's a little door that goes toward the forward area. And there's a little staircase that actually goes up where you can actually get into the cockpit area. Now, the tanks are actually inside that door, and I think they've taken out one of them. I think one or two, I think both of them.
My understanding is they're both out.
Both out, that's what I thought.
You know.
Yeah, I think they might, I heard that they're going to reinstall one of them just to show, you know.
Yeah, my understanding is one's going back in and one's being left as like an external display.
Yeah. Now, let's go on the other side where we got shade. I want to show everybody something here. Of course, we don't want to hit our head. I've actually banged my head on this before. Now these were the actual ports.
I got to see
where the water
the lake when she landed.
All right, check that out, guys.
Beautiful thing.
This is the block to where it would block the water and it would force it back. So as you can see, there's a little bit of soot there. You kind of like this. You can see it. There it is. Now I have a souvenir. Now I have a souvenir of the Philippine Mars.
Don't wash your hand.
Yeah. So
there's a real good view of the water line.
There's a real good view of the water, as I said.
It's almost like ring around a bathtub.
Yeah, exactly. There's your water line, guys. Now, we're going to go back here to where we're going to see up there's some cowlings. Some cowling pieces. Alright, so I do want to show you the original paint job. I got some real good close-up shots of this. But there you go. It's a testament to the Colson and everything else. It's amazing.
Interesting observation bubble at the back.
Yep. That's the actual observation bubble actually I looked out when I was inside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this and this one here, and the observation bubble. Right behind that observation bubble is a staircase.
The way the ribbing's up there right now, looks
Yep.
like she suffered battle damage.
Yeah, really. I noticed that last time I was here. Crazy.
Don't freak out, folks. It's supposed to be like that. It's not installed yet. Because someone's going to go like, oh my God, they broke it.
Oh yeah, they broke it. There we go. You guys get a bird's eye view of everything. There's the beaching gear in the rear. In the rear with the gear. All right, so we're going to go back over here. And we're going to look. This, of course, you got all the support things right there inside this crate. There it is. Wow. The sheer size of this aircraft, guys, something else.
You could park the Boneyard Defender on the freaking control surfaces. That's how big she is.
Yep. And the wings. Can you imagine? Can you believe that the Spruce Goose
is bigger,
and you can actually crawl through the wings?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's like the XB-19, the predecessor to the
XB-99.
No, the B-19, the one that Douglas, whatever, that the mechanic could stand up wing.
Amazing.
Well, remember that was the era of just add more rivets and make it bigger.
Yeah, right. But there you go, guys. We're standing right here by the Philippine Mars at the American Space Museum, and we're not. Well, let's go ahead and get a good wide shot of her, and then we'll call it a day for the live stream. Like I said, I don't want to bore everybody on specifics, and you guys have seen this every week, but doing a walk around actually will allow you to see what kind of work has been done. That way we can see the actual, areas, what they're working on, things like that, and what have you. So, of course, right behind where Sophia and the rest of the heavies are, as well as everything else behind hangar 4 and 5. Of course, we have Mr. Brian Gordon sitting there playing with his camera.
Oh, I'd rather take pictures of that. I take a picture with you. I'm going to break the damn thing.
Well, mine's already broken, so.
Oh, okay. That warranty voided long ago?
My warranty voided long ago, my friend. It's a lot of fun doing kind of a video vlog or whatever, live stream. I just do it just to do it, guys. But there she is. She still has got work to do. I mean, I think they're delaying now, guys. Just so you know, you can really see really good on the attachment areas right there on the tail, and that's kind of where some of the paint was kind of scraped off or what have you. So there you go. What a dinging going on here. It's very, very interesting that they just pulled the Philippine Mars here And they just left her here, you know, Brian?
Mm-hmm.
See your friends over there.
I see him off in the distance.
Like, oh, there he is. In about 5 minutes, guys, we're going to go off air, and then just to see, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I want to thank Mr. Brian Gordon, the History Chaser, for joining me today. I appreciate that.
My pleasure.
And he's also a team member for Aircraft Expeditions. He's the one that said, hey, it's starting to move. So, you guys see a lot of good things happening here at the museum. Yes, thanks, Barb. I appreciate it. I do this every weekend for you guys and for everybody that's interested. It's been my pleasure to do it because since Rob can't be down here, I'm an extension of Rob, a little in a sense. I'm his kind of his left leg or right leg. I don't know what the case may be. But Rob Frolic, if you're watching, sir, you're a gentleman and a scholar. Thanks for your efforts with the Mars page and keeping us going with that information. Again, thank you to Pima Aerospace Museum, Boneyard Safari, and Southwest Industrial Rigging, as well as Mr. Brian Gordon for joining me today. Appreciate that. You guys have a great day. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.